So guys, these are the things we need for our corset. Okay, you need your plain shimmer fabric. So this is a kente fabric, but it is plain. Okay, no design. And this is the satin that we'll be lining with. This is a bias. Okay, this is a ribbon we'll be using for our lacing, and our tool for the yoke, some boning bracket of her size. Okay, some pins, glue, some glues, your ruler, your pencil, your tape measure, and also your the eyelet tool. This is the eyelet tool, and also your paper stay, your eyelet. Okay, and also a velcro. Okay, this is optional, but I'll be using a velcro, and I'll show you how you use this velcro. So without further much ado, let's begin by ironing our paper stay onto our main fabric. Okay, so after ironing, the next thing will be to add my lining. Okay, and then we are going to lay our panels out on it. Okay, so guys, the panels laid out. Okay, as you can see, they are all laid out, and I'm about to add half inches on all the sides before I cut out. Okay, so guys, this is the corset. Okay, everyone cut out with lining. Okay, so it has the lining in the main fabric. Okay, so what do you need your pencil and ruler for? If you're a beginner, okay, pin your paper after ironing with the stay. Okay, pin it onto your fabric. Okay, then you use your rule to kind of extend these lines. Okay, so that you'll be able to mark your notches accurately. Okay, and also you'll be able to use your half an inch wisely. Okay, so you measure half an inch. After you extend your lines, you measure half an inch. Measure every corner. Okay, so that everything will become uniform. Okay, you don't want some parts bigger than the other. Okay, so I have my tool here. I cut four of this, two for to flip it over, and I also cut two. Okay, I'm going to flip it over as well. And what else? So now I'm going to be joining the pieces to the side. So with your corset, okay, you identify your front from your back. Okay, so this is my front panel. This is, so I'm going to bring all my front panels to play. Okay, and yeah, so these are my front panels. Okay, now I'm going to assemble them. I'm going to remove my piece carefully, so make sure you are very focused when you're doing this. Okay, I'm going to remove my piece carefully from the first pattern, like so. Right, then set this aside. Do the same. Now you match your lining piece to your lining piece. Okay, so match this, match it. All right, match it up. So because the pieces are different, so that you don't get confused. Okay, so match the other panel up. So make sure it's right sides facing each other. Okay, make sure you're doing this. So you match your pieces. Make sure it's right sides facing each other. Okay, just spin them together. So along this side, just do the same. Match up your notch. Okay, the notches are important. Match them up, and then just hold it down with a pin. Even if it's one, it's okay. Now you see what I have. Yes. Okay, so after doing this, I'm going to grab my main panel. Okay, and then do the same thing. I'm going to pin, holding it down. you grab the third panel, okay? Set that aside. Okay, and then for the lining, you continue. Okay, so after assembling everything, now you just it's now not difficult. So all that you need to do is to match it up. Okay, right sides facing each other. Just pin it. Okay, pin it down so that it will hold. So this is going to go to the other side. Okay, so now all our front panels are together. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, pieces for the front, right? So we set this aside, and then we do same for the main fabric. Okay, so like this, just match it to the side, and then pin. So you do the same thing to this side as well, and then pin. Okay. Now after doing this, you do the same thing for your back panel. Okay, just do the same thing. Make sure you identify your pieces and you pin them together, like I did for the front. Okay. Yes. So after that, you just take it to our machine, and then so I'll set this aside, and then I'll bring my back. Sorry. Then I'm going to repeat the same step. Okay. So with the numbering, this is 3, this is 2, and this is 1. So this is our center back. Okay. So just assemble it like I did for the front, and after that we'll begin to sew. So guys, I have all my panels pinned out. Okay. So I'm going to start with one of them. Okay. So make sure you match your notches. And then, okay, the next thing, most important step in corset making is that make sure you sew exactly on your seam allowance. Okay, so carefully do a careful stitch. Okay, following the curve orientation you have. Okay, don't rush. Just follow the curve and the orientation you have. Okay, so that is what's going to bring out to make your corset look nice. So like I'm sewing on a 1/2 inch, okay, and I'm following my curve and orientation carefully. Okay, exactly what you have to do. Okay, and do the same thing to this. Just match your notch. Where I know that might be, just match it. Okay, match your first notch, and then follow that orientation. Okay. So like I said, I am sewing on a 1/2 inch, and I'm taking care. I'm being conscious of my curves. Okay, so be conscious of all the curves. Each step at every like at in your way. Okay, so I'm just carefully following all my curves. I don't want to. I don't want to send a blind eye to any of them. Okay, so follow your curves like that, and then you have your. This is for the one side of the back panel. You can see it looks nice, it looks curvy. Okay, so I'm going to join all of the rest like this, right? I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. match up my first notch, and I'll continue from there. You can pin this if you want. Now pinning this going to take all of my time, and I'm not ready for that. So I'm okay with just sewing without pinning. Okay. And if you are not okay with sewing without pinning, just go ahead and pin them. Okay. So as you are sewing, make sure you are aligning each and every one together. Okay, so the second one is also done. Now we move to the main panels here for our. So make sure you match your notch and begin sewing. So make sure you follow each and every frame, especially this one that has stiff. Okay, it will be somewhat difficult for you to match it. So match your first notch, match it up, pin, then take it from there. Also make sure that the rest, make sure that you are sewing on your seam allowance, nothing more and nothing less. Okay, do not alter your pattern by sewing more than your seam allowance. Okay? If you do that, you alter your pattern. Okay? The corset is not going to come out as you desire. Okay?